I'm Naomi Hopple, and this is Vibrant Sunshine Behind the Scenes. Join me as I grow my organic cold-pressed juicery to the next level. Thanks for being here. This is it, you guys. This is the last episode before we open our doors at Vibrant Sunshine Juicery Cafe in Aspinwall. This is episode 17. We have been following up week for week with the construction updates and the story of the juice company, where we were, how we got to where we are now. I really encourage you to go back to episode 1 and listen through to today. It has not been easy getting on here every week. It's been a busy time. In fact, right now, I'm sitting at the cafe waiting for the Verizon technician to show up to install our internet. Just trying to squeeze these podcasts in where I can and document in real time what's going on. Looking back, it's easy to forget all the details. So I'm happy to have this all documented here. And I'm really happy that you've joined me in this journey. Today in Aspinwall, we're putting all the finishing touches on the really special parts of the design. Carpentry, just touching up paint, placing equipment. It looks so good. Yesterday, we welcomed our newest and oldest team member, aside from myself. I couldn't be more stoked about growing our dream team under the general management of Casey, who has worked on and off again with the juice company since our very early days, back in the day when we used to do everything in our little tiny store in Lawrenceville, just 350 square feet. Casey was there for it, juicing and making smoothies, customer service, receiving pallets. You know, she's seen the juice company grow from scratch, and we are really excited that she has been able to come back in full capacity after a lot of great experience out there managing teams on adventure hiking, managing nonprofit volunteers, teaching yoga. She's such a great fit for our culture and community. So Casey joined us straight off the plane from Colorado yesterday afternoon, and we got right to it, pulling up the temporary floor coverings, getting all the dust out, shop vacuuming, dusting, placing furniture. And at 5:30, our team meeting started, and we welcomed our team into our space for the first time. We went over the basics of what's going to be happening in the next week. I'm excited to tell you as well. This week is big. We're actually opening our doors for the first time as an operating establishment on Thursday morning from 8 to 1. It is a soft opening, so Thursday through Sunday, we'll gradually be rolling out the full menu. We encourage you to stop by. Our grand opening week starts August 21st, and we have a slew of events scheduled, a lot of half-off specials. And the weekend of the 26th and the 27th, we have a lot of great things going on. So check us out on Instagram. We have a women-owned business pop-up market, yoga class, a terrarium class with Tal and Bert, a local business. It's going to be so much fun. And on Wednesday, we have our ribbon cutting, which is something that's been sponsored by one of the banks that's financing our loan. As it happens, we are the 1,000th loan of the Federal Home Loan Bank's Banking on Business program. And we feel really lucky that because we are the 1,000th loan, they are making a splash about it. They are sponsoring our ribbon cutting ceremony. The first time I spoke with Allison, who is organizing it with the bank, she was very careful, didn't want to step on any toes. Well, what do you have planned? We can do whatever you want. And to be honest, as a small business owner, I've never had a ribbon cutting. It's just something that, as you're so busy, putting the pieces in place and getting everything together to actually open and run your business, it's hard to plan something like that. And I feel really grateful that she's put all these pieces together, along with Maria, who is also doing a lot of our marketing right now. They're doing a fantastic job of setting things in place. And we have a stellar lineup of speakers, including our local congressman. Federal Home Loan Bank is backed by Congress, so they have a lot of government ties. And we have a lot of government representatives and representatives from our financing banks speaking at the event. And then I'll be speaking. So my speech will probably be a lot of thank yous, Oscar style. I have a lot to be grateful for and a lot of people who have helped to make this project happen. So I'm going to do my best not to forget anyone, but that's not an easy task. So this is all feeling, larger than life, also a little scary. And what I've noticed over the past few weeks is this feeling of vulnerability and emotion. It has been scary. It's okay to say that. Fear is a real thing that happens in our brain, but in fact, it really is just in our brain. Fear is actually one of the first evolutionary tactics that kept us alive as mammals. Fear is part of our reptilian brain in that way. And as we've evolved, our fear has not evolved away from us. And in so many cases, the fear of discomfort actually holds us back. A lot of people call it anxiety, and some people have debilitating anxiety. But I don't know, anxiety in a way can be, as we talked about in a previous episode, motivating if you let it be. And fear can be something that we can recognize, we can feel it, we can lean into it, and then we can do it anyway. In my opinion, anxiety and fear are very basic human reactions that I think are healthy and normal. And I feel that part of growing up is learning how to harness your anxiety and your fear and how to push forward. Because the satisfaction you get from conquering that fear can be so rewarding. I wholeheartedly recommend that people explore that in themselves. And as for vulnerability, right after recording the episode a couple weeks ago about accountability and wellness, I actually got extremely ill with a fever and was stuck in bed for a few days before my fever broke. And then I noticed a giant blue bruise on the back of my leg, which was diagnosed at the doctor as Lyme disease. I had been bitten by a tick a few weeks prior, and I guess I hadn't noticed it. I try to be really vigilant of that living in Western Pennsylvania. But the experience of having Lyme disease was really humbling and debilitating. And in a time like this where it's all hands on deck, pushing forward, working hard every day to accomplish something, it was really scary. And it evoked emotions in me that I didn't love, but the fact is that when you're creating something like we're creating right now at Vibrant Sunshine Juicery Cafe, there is a lot of vulnerability. There are a lot of question marks. And as a mom of two who has birthed two humans in a natural birth setting, I see a lot of similarities in the vulnerability you feel as a creator of life. This is a different thing. I'm not saying my business is my baby. It's not. I do care deeply about my business in a lot of ways, but it's certainly not the same as how much I love and am attached to my children. But creating a business, and I imagine creating, a masterpiece of art or music or writing would be the same. When you put it out there in front of people and let people see your vision, there is no right or wrong at that point. And creative things are subjective. So some people might not like it. Some people might not think it's right. But we are in the process right now of deciding who we are and becoming it. And it's beautiful and it's scary and it's fun and every day is different. And for one thing, I couldn't be more excited about the team that we have on board. So excited to welcome Casey back to the family. So excited about the new people who will be onboarding in the few weeks to come. And so excited about the community and the collaboration and all the new faces that we'll meet on both sides of the counter. So stick with us. I am going to be doing a few more episodes in this season of Vibrant Sunshine Behind the Scenes as we open the cafe. I'm sure unexpected things will occur in the next few weeks. They always do. But sooner than later, I will be wrapping up this season and we are moving into an interview format. Part of the cafe is an office that is actually going to function dually as a podcast studio. And I'm very happy to explore our network of vendors and customers and friends who have all sorts of expertise in wellness and business and fully divulge all of those juicy details to you guys. Thanks so much for following along so far. Looks like our Verizon technician is here, so I'm gonna get on out of here and get on to the next thing today. Hope you have a really awesome day. Talk to you next time on the other side of this soft opening week. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to give us a follow at Vibrant Sunshine Behind the Scenes. You can find photos posted on my Instagram, that's Green Juice and Yoga, Naomi Hoppel, and also on the Vibrant Sunshine Cafe Instagram.